what you're not going to do in my house. So I
Mm.
had his dad on the phone, and I'm telling his dad, because his dad live all the way in Chicago. We stay all the way out here, and I'm telling his dad, I'm like, hey, I'm like, holla at your boy. I say, because he's tweaking. I'm like, he steady telling me what he ain't gonna do. I say,
Mm.
I really don't want to fuck him up. And even his dad telling him, like, what's wrong with you? You don't disrespect your mom. And he telling his dad, like, well, you ain't finna tell me what to do. I'm getting tired of y'all. Like, he
I'm gonna
just,
tell you right now, he would have been on that porch.
well,
He would have been on
listen.
the porch. Nigga be on the ground. The fuck you talking about, man?
What that's the what Eric G. Eric. That's the whole
Yes,
point.
ma'am.
That's the whole point. It did that was the end result of it. I did have to kick his ass, but I didn't want to, and not because I didn't want to kick his ass, but I mean,
Right,
I live in Winnebago County. They really don't
right.
play out here. I really wasn't trying to, you know what I'm saying, catch a charge. So I'm like, well, you know what? If I cut his motherfucking sweaters up, that's gonna hurt him. And as I'm cutting his sweaters up, he crying real tears, but he still ain't gonna listen. So I said, you know what? I say, you at this point, you not treating me like I'm your mom. So I'm convinced that you want to meet Renee. You want to meet
Mm.
her. So I let him meet her. Like, nigga, that's what you
But you
want.
know what? It's
Okay.
crazy. It's crazy. I got two. Like I said before, I got two teenage sons, man. So I get it. Like
Yeah.
it's like every once in a while, everybody say they want you to do the gentle parents and shit. But you got to be gentle
Yeah.
kids to have a gentle parent. Like you get what I'm saying? That's the thing.
Yeah. Like, you can't.
That shit not easy all the time now.
Right. That's the thing. Like, I'm not lying to y'all. Before it really got to me acting crazy, I was really standing at the doorway. I was really standing at his doorway, and I was crying, and I'm on the phone. I got his phone. I got his daddy on speakerphone because I'm crying because I'm so hurt, and I'm crying because my anger is building up, and I know where this is finna go. And I'm saying to myself, like, damn, I'm finna have to take it here with him. But
That's the hard
that's
part. Yeah, that's the hard part. You don't want. You don't.
that's what.
I've had those conversations with myself before. Yeah, I was like, let me talk myself out of this shit because I know I don't want to take it there, and it's gonna be
But you know
hard to come
what?
back.
I had to take it there with him, and the end result of that, I end up, what I'm saying, I end up sending him to his dad's house, because he just, like, shit, he let it be known through his actions, like, he wasn't finna listen to me. I went to Vegas last year, and school was still in while I was in Vegas, but my oldest son, my 25-year-old, was here, so he was up getting everybody off to school while I was going to Vegas. And my 18-year-old, he leave the house at like at 11 o'clock that night, spend the night out on the school night. Like, he was going through that phase of smelling himself.
Whew,
So
heavens.
yeah, I had to, figure the situation out with him. So yeah, that's my parenting style. I'm like a Joe Huxtable. Like, I kick your ass like Papa Joe, but I'm I want to be fair. I really am. I really am fair with my children. For I believe I am, and I act, and I don't just, I ask my kids all the time at random, what type of mom do you think I am? What do you think I can do better? What do you think? Woo, woo, because you can have this perception of what you think you are, and then other people can view you different. So I'll always ask the ones that matter the most, which is my kids. How do y'all view me? What do you think about me?
You know what? And that's something I had to learn how to do now because I felt like when my kids were younger, I was way
Mm-hmm.
more tough. I was way more tough on my sons when they were little.
Okay.
And now that they older, they were like both my sons them they're grown. I had to try to change my approach to it because I didn't want to because we're the age now we ain't whooping we throwing hands, so
Yeah.
we don't want to like I say so it's like I want to try to change my approach because like yo I don't want to take to that point where we gotta I don't want to see you as my kid no more. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the hard part. I think a lot of people don't understand, especially being black parents. Like
Yeah.
everybody wants you to don't want you to wild out and spaz out, but at the same time, all you know is okay, cool.
Right.
I gotta keep my kids out of I gotta keep my kids in line so they won't fall out with somebody else.
Right. And
And the person who don't love you gonna do way worse.
they gonna do you dirty. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the hard part. And I like it's that fine line I walk now because like I said, I love my sons and
Yeah.
I try to be their friend to a certain point.
Yeah, I
You
get
know what I'm
that.
saying? And I don't try to like me and my youngest son. We laugh and joke all damn day. This one y'all see me on the interview with. We laugh and joke all day. But I try to not cross that line where we can't that parent part get missed.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to forget I'm still pops
I'm
at
still
the end
your
of the
dick.
day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Now
you know what
look,
I'm saying?
let me ask y'all. Let me ask y'all a question. Do you all think, and I'm asking this question because this is what I grew up seeing as a young girl. I seen this, for myself. I never seen it happen to my own brothers, but like boys that I grew up with or might have been friends with or maybe even some cousins, whomever. Do you all think that it is okay to punch a little boy in his chest as a
Yes.
form of discipline?
Yep.
Tell me why you think that's
Let me
okay.
tell you why, right?
Yeah.
What if he had a bad heart? Like you just found out the first time you punched him in the chest.
No,
Sometimes kid,
no, for real.
sometimes kids get to feeling themselves, right?
Mhm.
They get to jumping bad. See, look, my
Mhm.
18-year-old never
Mhm.
had to worry about it.
Okay.
Good kid, honor roll student, didn't never gave nobody no problems.
Yeah.
Now my 15-year-old, they testy. All
You
right,
got some
and
good
then,
points. You said they.
yeah, they're a month apart.
Oh,
So
the
You
middle
know
sweet.
what? We gonna cover that topic tomorrow.
Project
so
point.
they testy. And sometimes when they ball they fist up at you and they get tough and they get to running off at their mouth and telling you they gonna call their mama and all that other shit. Sometimes you gotta pow, not
So,
close fist, but you
well, that's
gotta
what I'm. No, I not
walk
a
they
not a
shit in.
not a pop on the chest. I'm a punch. Like, do you think it's okay to punch a
I'm,
little boy in the chest?
I mean, if you raise
but
your
hold
hands
on.
up to me,
How old? How old we talking though? Like you said, little boy. How
I'm
old are we
talking.
talking?
I'm talking as young as from 5 to 18.
Oh no,
Just say
no,
five to
no,
18.
no.
over over
Five
over 12, yes.
over 12. I say over
Absolutely.
12.
Over 12.
Okay,
Anything under
now tell me.
12,
Okay, now tell me why it's okay to punch a over 12-year-old in the
because you
chest.
want to be a man. I'm gonna show you what being a man
Because
entails.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. As a parent that has two boys, and don't get me wrong, both my sons are totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's when you get to that age of 12, oh, that's when they are men. They think they are men. They gonna
They
and,
start
that's when
smelling
they
themselves. They
that's that
nuts
that's that
start
that's
dropping.
That's
yo, they
correct.
get at that I'm a buck at your ass like face. Like they will
Yep.
buck at your ass at that age. And don't
They
let them have
watch
height on them. Oh, they really gonna try to
they
buck at
watch
your ass.
their friends and they think
Oh
because
yeah.
they friends talk to their parents and act like this with their parents, you gonna come do that shit over here. No, you're not. If me
But I'm gonna
talking
tell
to
you this
you,
real.
I'm only gonna talk to you for so long.
That's my
I
thing
man,
is
chill out.
I have an issue with like I don't like my wife told me like Eric, you gotta learn how to like just speak how you feel when you're angry. So
We
so hold on,
don't we don't
let me tell you this because I learned like when they got to that teen years, I like all right, let me just talk to them and let them understand that this is wrong. And they were
Yep.
like, yeah, and then they were like, yeah, I understand, and do the same shit tomorrow. And I
Yep.
was like, all right, shit, all right, man. And then when you talk to them, they get to that point, they look at you like, you talking shit. You ain't
How
talking
much talking you want me to do?
And
How much
I no, I'm saying, after a while,
how
I'm
much
like, I
talking
hate
is
talking
enough
after a while.
talking? Because
Yeah.
kids ain't listening to talk. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? How much talking you think I'm gonna keep doing? I'm not gonna keep letting you disrespect and acting like you the man of the house. So if you want to be the man of the house and you want to buck your fist up at me and you want to act tough, we finna square up. And we gonna see. I lose. You the man of the house now. I'm gone. I'm gonna pack my hey, take me up on that offer. You feel like you the man, I'll pack my
man,
bags and leave. My
smash,
guy,
smash.
this your house now.
I told my sons one time, y'all not gonna whoop my ass, and I gotta cook you dinner. It's not gonna happen. So it's no way in the hell you gonna whoop my ass. I gotta buy you school clothes. They ain't gonna fucking happen. I'm
Oh,
telling you the truth.
everything. You gotta pick a hey, you gotta pick a side. Either you
That's not gonna
my
happen.
child or you the op. But I'm not the parent that's gonna let you whoop me and I'm spending dough. Like hell no, you gonna be
You know what?
homeless, baby. You gonna be in
But
that
what
soup line down the
if
street.
like, because I've seen that a bunch of times. Like,
What's
I
that?
got friends who kids bucked on them and beat their ass. So, what's your advice to those parents who getting their ass beat? Because that's
You
the real
The
gotta,
question.
you
Bob and the
gotta go.
weed.
You gotta get back in the field and get your motherfucking lick back. You can't let
You
that
got.
go down like that.
And I think a lot of
Ain't
times
no. It's
too,
no way in the.
I'm,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna say
god. No
this.
way.
I'm gonna say this. You ladies, y'all too soft on these damn kids, and that's why they think they can get away with murder.
And you know
Because
No.
what's
It.
crazy? I'm telling y'all, I'm the disciplinarian. My husband is the nice parent. I promise y'all that. Not me.
mm,
Because he's
He's
a,
the
because he's
he's
the
the nice
stepdad.
guy.
Because he's the stepdad.
go ahead, CL.
But I do really want to have that conversation because we could talk about that way. We get that. That's the norm
Yeah.
Right.
in a lot of cases. But I have seen a lot of cases personally, I know, but I also see it on the internet too, with these kids is really fucking their parents up.
I
So
seen
what
that.
do you do when it comes to that? Because sometimes they get their mother or their daddy genes and you can't always defeat them. So are you okay with putting them out? Are you okay with them still being in your
I'm.
house? What do
I
you do
got,
with
I
it?
got, I got 2 words for y'all. Marvin Gaye.
Damn.
Hot grits.
Oh, that's Al
Marvin
Green.
Gaye.
Oh, that was
Marvin Gaye
Al
daddy.
Green. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
Marvin Gaye daddy.
Mar-
Marvin Gaye put that hot
listen,
on him.
listen. The
Yeah.
day my kids step to me and think they gonna whoop me, I don't look at them as my kid no more. At that moment,
I
at
can't.
that moment, I
And mental illness don't start when people get grown. So it's really people that have disturbed kids that's going through that.
You
So
know,
yeah.
But my thing
honestly,
is,
for me, I would say this. If I felt like I couldn't just beat my kid like they steady testing me and whooping my ass and doing all that, then unfortunately if I can't they will have to go to like a home or something like that. Because I can't allow them to disrupt the other children in the house, and they seeing their
yeah.
sibling fight me and beat me down, and police is probably constantly getting called or whatever the case is. And that's just only if I can't defeat them. That's
And
only
here,
that's only
I'm
if
I'm
I can't defeat them.
I'm
Fighting
gonna
your
say this
kids
too.
is avoidable. It is.
I'm gonna say yeah, and it's true, and I agree with it. I do think that I don't want to put. I don't. Physical thing is a last resort.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
getting physical is the last resort. But my
yeah,
thing is, I don't want to. But like CL said, I've seen cases where there are parents getting their ass whooped by their kids, and
Mhm.
I'm not even
mhm,
saying I'm not even saying that the child is mentally ill, but I've seen that there was like it was this case where this boy was like 15. He was living with his mom, and his
Mhm.
mom told him that he got bad grades. He couldn't. She took the game away from him.
Mhm.
He tore that
he
house
tore
all
that
to hell.
house up. I seen that video. He
He
tore that
tore the house
joint
all to
up.
hell.
Yes.
And my thing was, either you got two options. Either you gonna go to this mental institute, or you got to figure it out on your own, then, but baby boy, because
There was
you
a
can't. I cannot have you here doing this because it's
Yeah.
a
there was a
line we
kid.
got as a parent. It's a line we got to cross. We can't
There was
Yeah.
cross.
a kid in Milwaukee. It was last year that they took his video games from him, and he shot and killed his mama because she took the video games from him.
Right.
but I'm
So
sure
at
he was
this point,
I think that was just the last straw. But like, what do we do before we get there? Because you want to talk
exactly.
about, and some of us is raising serial killers,
So
unfortunately.
I personally think the only way that you could even possibly prevent some things before it get there is not ignore the signs.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
Bingo.
saying? Because the signs, in a lot of these kids be there. You see the anger, you see them or you hear them disrespecting you, being defiant to other adults and things like that. Like you can't just ignore the signs like, oh, he or
He
she'll
just a
get better
kid. He
because they're still
misunderstood.
young and all this and that.
Yeah.
Like, no, you gotta get them in check, whether it's therapy.
But
I personally
I'm
don't
a,
believe in medication
Some
and all that
black
crap,
parents that
but
think whoopings is the end all be all. That's the solution.
but
That's not the solution for all kids.
it's not, and I do feel like this new generation of kids do need more therapy. They need to be in places where they can talk. But
Yeah.
I learned that a lot of these kids don't want to do that because they don't want to open up to nobody, or they
mhm.
feel like okay, don't worry about it, I got it. Um, like my boy said on the comments, yes, there are parents who want to be dictators, but there are kids who plain flat out says, "I'm not listening to shit you say."
I'm not
Have
listening.
y'all met the
Like,
YNs in this generation? You
I
don't have
have.
a choice.
and that's the
You
crazy
don't have
part.
a choice.
And it's not. It's a lot of times. It's their reflection is not from the home. It's from the people they want to hang with outside
The
of the home.
peers. Yep.
You
Because
know
you
what I'm
can
saying?
have two
Sometimes,
good
and that's the truth.
parents. You can have two good parents that's trying to teach you the right way of living life, and you can get it in your mind, man. Forget all that. I ain't trying to hear nothing they saying. I'm a real one. We out here with gang now. We doing this, doing that. Now your kids is responsible. Your kids, it's your kids out there. Teen takeover.
And
That
guess
shit that's
what,
going on in
Smash?
Chicago right now.
And
They,
Smash, guess what? This is the truth, and some parents may not want to hear it. If your child, if you have tried everything, discipline, punishment, therapy, church, whatever, and ain't nothing helping, some of these kids they just really need to go see their maker because that's the only fate for them. Ain't
Damn,
shit out here for them,
and
and
you
that's
know,
God,
just the truth.
damn.
I get tired. I get tired of delusional ass
That's the
parents
that's
too.
that. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, ain't no way. Like these boys, they 16, 17 years old. Some of these girls too. These motherfuckers, they got switches. And these little girls, they running up on grown women, bear macing them down and all this and that.
Yeah.
Bitch, if your mama don't get you, bitch,
Now,
your
But you
but
know
you
ass.
know
what?
what? You know what? A lot of these parents are previous to what they kids are doing. I
Mm-hmm.
hate when something happen to a kid and they be like, "Oh, he was a good kid and he didn't bother nobody." Yes, he did.
Yes, you
Yes,
did.
he did. Go on his Facebook. Go in his
But you know
phone.
what?
Go
But
look
at the
under
same
his
time, I think,
mattress.
and I'm with you there too, Smash. I think at time that as parents, we gotta not be afraid to know what the fuck our kids are doing. You
Facts.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, what's here?
No, we
You
gotta
gotta
we,
ask
we
questions.
we don't have to
Gotta go through them
parents
phones,
stop being
baby. Go through them iPads.
Go ahead,
Yep.
Quincy.
parents gotta stop being afraid of not acknowledging that all children aren't perfect. Every kid is not an honor roll student. Every kid doesn't have good behavior. Every kid
Mm-hmm.
might have ability, but you're so embarrassed that you don't want to get your kid help. And I think really that's the problem because
Yep.
you don't want to feel like people are judging you or you don't want to feel like you're a bad parent. But if the motherfucker got an issue, you have to take care of the issue and be okay with whatever comes after that. My
Mm-hmm.
fear lately, Legend lost his dad last year. So
Yeah.
we're struggling with that. But with that has come a whole lot of different things because he was very active with his father. He's seen his father every day.
Mm-hmm.
So now just going with that boy, it's like discipline is different now, but he's becoming different now because now he's 9 years old. So it's like you have to be more detailed with things and addressing them then versus letting it build up until it's too late. And that's the part I think we don't talk about parenting enough.
But
I
Yeah.
also I
think
think that
I
we
think
also
us
we
as parents, we have to actually start raising our children. Like
Oh yeah.
start raising them,
but
not
but the
letting
problem but
TV
the problem
do
is
it.
though, but listen though, but the problem is though, we got everybody around us telling us how you're supposed to raise your kids, and that's the
And that's
problem.
the thing. Trial
Everybody,
by error.
everybody, but and that's all everybody saying, okay, don't spank your kids, do spank your kids, don't do this, don't do this. But in the day, everybody got to realize that there's no guide to being a parent.
No, I'm
You
gonna
know
whoop
what I'm
Every
my
saying?
kids'
every
There's
child
ass.
every child is different. So
and don't get
this
me wrong, both my
guy don't
sons,
work for that guy, for that kid, and so
right,
forth and so on.
Nah,
Every
and
child
it's
is
both my
built to
sons
different.
are
add.
way different.
Listen. When you out here doing fucked up shit in the street, you got to understand this. Your parents care. We are conditioned to love you no matter what. You out there playing with people in the street who are not that conditioned. They
And
don't give a fuck about you.
you know what else I think is lost with these kids too, and I could be wrong, but I know like when
Pork, what
I
up?
was growing up, you had the grandparents or the aunties or the uncles.
Mm-hmm.
They took grandkids or their own kids or nieces and nephews, sometimes even the neighborhood's kid. They took them to church. They took them to the Jehovah Witness Kingdom Hall. They took them to the mosque. And
Yeah.
granted, every kid didn't grow up religious, but they had some kind of balance. Like, no, I can't come because I gotta go to Bible class with Granny Wednesday night. We got
Yep.
choir rehearsal Friday. We got Sunday school. We got church Sunday morning. That was one thing. Second thing is, if you grew up in the same neighborhood for years, when I was coming up, if I was doing something, I didn't want, Mrs. Such and such to see me or Mr. Such and such to see me, because I know they're gonna tell my mama, or they probably gonna tell me to come up on the porch, and they finna go in the house and call my mama on the damn landline. So it was like, even if you wanted to get into something, you had to be really sneaky because all the adults are on your ass. Whereas nowadays, you can't even say anything to anyone else's kid without the adult. Don't say nothing to my son. Don't if it's a problem, you don't say nothing. And it's like, that's why they don't fear anything,
Right.
because part of the problem is the parents. Like, y'all be saying if y'all child doing something, how y'all gonna kick their ass. But if an adult addresses them when you're not around to address what's happening right then and there, you got something to say. They hearing you cuss me out about them, and now they looking like, yeah, bitch, and when I walk past your house, I'm gonna do it again, gang, gang. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
It's not just that. It's also they don't have a lot of people to vent to. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
these the safe places, like you said, they're angry, but they don't have any safe places because a lot of families aren't close knit like that anymore. You got people that live in different states and different things like that, and they don't have those outlets just to say, I'm gonna go over to my aunt's house and just chill because I know Auntie Lynn ain't gonna be doing all that screaming, or I'm
Fact.
gonna go to Auntie Renee house because at least we can have fun over there. Like tonight was
Right.
really dope because we're doing this, in the summertime. I always have miscellaneous kids at my house because I only have one. And today we went couponing. So I looked at these things. I said, okay, we got $20. So we're going to do this deal. And we actually did the deal. And the
Mm.
little boy, he was so happy. And his mom, she doesn't let me get him all the time, but she was like, I'm going to send him back tomorrow because we always do different activities. But at their house is 8 of them. But he's the only son that they're the same age. So he likes coming over here because according to her, he feels seen over here, but she works more. So at least he can have that community with me and my son of, hey, we can go have fun. We don't have to do all that yelling and stuff. So they
And
just need to
I'm the type, if I see your kid out here doing some fucked up shit, I'm gonna pull his ass to the side or her to the side. I'm not just gonna sit here and let your kid be out here spray painting walls and stealing out the store and shit. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I know look, I'm a hands-on parent. I ain't gonna whoop your kids or nothing, but I'm definitely gonna address it like, hey, come on now. We not finna
right,
do that. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
But you
Like,
know what? But you know what thing is too, though. We are not. Here's the problem: is there's no like hold on, like Renee said earlier. I'm bringing up my bad. There's no community no more. There's
mm,
no sense of people willing to work together. I mean, I'm a mentor. I have a mentor group. You know what I'm saying? I speak to young men all the time, and a
mm,
lot of them was going through shit at home that they can't talk about to nobody. I remember having kids that I mentored that was loose, that had parents that was dead, and the school
mm,
didn't know the school, and they wonder why the kid they label the kid as a problem child, but no, the
mm,
kid is crying at night because he can't go. His daddy's dead or his mama did. I
mm,
was
yeah,
one of those kids. I was a kid. I was a kid that grew up. My mom died when I was a kid. I didn't want nobody to know that because it was in the house. We didn't want to tell nobody. So when I'm
yeah,
acting out, everybody like, oh, he's just a problem kid. No, we need better mental health in these schools for these kids. You
yeah.
see this, you see little Johnny at the gym acting out, talk to him, put him to the side. Eventually they're gonna tell you. They're gonna tell you eventually. And then another thing is everybody wanna be a fucking everybody wanna be a gang member. Like I'm in a small town where the gang run. I'm in the like don't be wrong. I'm from small town, Henderson, North Carolina. It's straight gang, like hood shit for real.
Yeah.
And it's cool as hell to be in it. That's the problem. But there's no big homies no more. There's no big homies who's like, yo, nigga, what the fuck you doing? Man, get your
Nah,
ass
because
out.
the
Hey,
big homies is the big
you know what I'm
homies
saying?
is
That's
18.
not
The
that
big
no more.
The big homies is 18, 19,
That's what I'm saying.
21.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The little homies,
Yep.
the big homies is 15
Yep.
now. 16. They don't
I told my son that shit. I'm like, when I was in school, I said how the hell your big homies in the same class with you?
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
I ain't never seen no shit like that.
I had big homies. Big homies was wanted to see the community thrive. Hey man, you can't be out here on
Right.
the corner with us, boy. Go ahead on. Here's $5, man. Go on in the store and get you something. And go ahead on, go in the crib, bro. This ain't for you. We not doing that. Go on, That's the type of shit that I came up around.
That's what I remember with.
I don't
We
come
had
up
like
around. Nowadays, if you out here in the streets, they try to give you a gun. They try to give you drugs. They try to get you. They don't try to steer you the other way. They try to steer you to it. You know,
yeah,
and
but
that's
when
the
they look at it
scary
now,
thing
they look
about
at it
this
now like
generation. They go for the
they look at it now.
kid.
They okay, cool. The young dude, they're looking at these niggas. They look at it. Okay, we can put the charge on the little nigga because the little nigga ain't gonna get no time.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get him this. He
They
can
go
run the
for the
pack.
kids that don't get in trouble. That ain't they go for what they consider the lames because they know ain't nobody gonna look at them twice. Like, you know what I'm saying? My oldest is a book smart in the house ass kid. He will tell you. I used to have to bribe him to go outside and do something. He'd rather sit in the house on video games, do work, whatever, because he knew it wasn't shit for him outside. And as a parent, you can commend him for that. Because we was outside. You couldn't keep us in the house. In the house.
That's because you didn't have Wi-Fi.
Listen, when I was 10, 11, 12, I was outside. I wasn't sitting in no house. What? Yeah, come on and sit in the house and watch TV. No, we outside until the street lights come on.
I don't know. That because we didn't have central air heat, motherfucker. We had a box fan. we had a motherfucker. You ever had that box fan in the summertime? That bitch was hot as shit. Stay in the house when you want to.
We got two types of kids right now, and this might be offensive, but this is what I noticed. We got YNs and kids with autism, and I don't know. And let me cook because that's what it is. I've never, and I love the children, but that is running rampant. It seemed like if a kid just got a regular imagination, they're labeling all these kids either special needs or they're just wild, crazy young people, young niggas, whatever y'all want to call them. And I don't know where the regular kids fit in no more. Like, what do we do with the regular kids? Do they even exist? You either got bad as hell,
yep,
that way, and what do we do with the kids in the middle that want to be something? And I think that's the part that I struggle with.
And I think a lot of time these parents are scared to be parents because they don't know what a parent is. They didn't come up in the parenting household. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these parents had to fend for themselves.
But
so
what I just asked though, Smash, because that is true. It's like I remember when I grew up, it was a few kids that was just a little slow, and that was it. Like they had one little spot. Now they have 5 or 6 special needs classes in each grade. It's like really a problem on that side. And then you got the kids that have this negative, extreme behavior. And then it's like the regular kids. Like what can the regular kids do besides get pulled this way or that way? That's what I'm trying to ask you.
So I think this is just my case because my youngest son, he's 13, he'll be 14 next month. My 13-year-old, he has autism, right? But it's so crazy because I feel like the minute they give you their diagnosis, it's time to start working because obviously you already seen some signs and you just didn't know what was going on. So I feel like once you get that diagnosis,
I want to say this. I just brought that up because it's like who protects them? Because that's a big thing nowadays. So who's going to protect them if the young niggas is out of control and the regular kids don't really have a space? So I think about if everybody's getting these labels of autism, who protects them, and then how do we parent all sides, because then we got the bullies somewhere in there too. So it's like we got a lot of work to do, not only in the community but in the household. So I wasn't saying that to be offensive to people,
Oh
but
no,
that's
I
a
get.
real
Oh
thing.
no, I get what you saying, because like my son, he has come a long way. Like in the
Mm.
beginning, like when he was really young, like kindergarten, he had behavior problems. He used to hide under the table and kick, and he didn't want to be around people and all this and that. So he has come a long way. He's
Mm.
the popular kid at school now. All the girls like him, all this and that, whatever. But he's so chill. And because of that, he has had a couple bullies. But
Mhm.
what they didn't know about my son is that yes, he's chill, but I'm not lying, y'all. That boy, daddy side of the family, baby, they ghetto. You hear me? They get busy. They teach them kids how to get busy. And my son know how to get busy. It's six of them. So this ain't a light household over here. And
Okay.
when he done had to defend himself, he becomes the problem. Now is, oh, your son didn't have to beat him with a book. We
Mm.
gotta
Now they
put
want to
this in.
repay them. Yep.
We gotta put this in the IEP, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
hold on. What do you mean? Like, why is he the problem? Because
Mm.
I tell him he gotta defend himself. I tell him
Yep.
all the time, you having autism does not define you. That don't mean you can't kick nobody ass.
So let
But
me
That's
ask
that
not
also
y'all.
you.
ties
Hold
back
on,
into
hold
what
on.
kind of
I got a
school.
question. I got a
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
Are you parenting the child you have, or are you parenting the child you wish you had? Like,
I'm
do
That's
you?
parenting. I'm parenting the child that I have. There's no wishing. My child is my child, and just because he, has a label, I'm not
Mm,
gonna let that define anything about him, because I think the problem is when your child, when they do put a label on your child, they also they tell you as the parent, these are the restrictions. But see, they don't have to go home with your kid. I'm
fact.
gonna die one day. My my
Mm.
my son, his dad's gonna die one day. His stepdad is gonna die one day. I never want him to feel like he doesn't know how to maneuver in this world without a parent or without,
Mm.
a sibling or whatever. So yes, he has a big family, but just like I teach all of my kids independence, he is no different.
Agree.
He
All
don't
right.
So
So
get
I
he
also
don't he
feel
don't
like
get he don't
let
get
me
treated
ask
he
this
don't get
follow
treated
up.
different because he
let
because
Eric
he
ask a question. You don't
I
never let
I
Eric
I'm I'm
finish.
I'm, I'm, I'm back here in the fucking wing.
go ahead, Eric.
God damn. No, I was saying though, but also this ties back to we need better representation in these schools though, because it's
Yeah.
so easy to label these damn kids what you want them to label. But let's keep it
Mm.
real. Dude. We got teachers who got to deal with it who ain't getting paid to deal with it. So
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's
Yes.
so quick to label them something and send them on to somebody else. Me working. I was a mentor at my own mentoring group. I would go to the schools. They would be so quick to put in kids with me. Hey, yo, man,
Yeah.
yeah, no. Go, Mr. Green, get out of my class. Get out of my class. Go to Mr. Green. And I was like, all right, damn. But thing was, just take your time. You need people who's there to take time with these kids. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
saying? But also as parents, you got to talk to these teachers and stop acting like, yo, you can't tell my child nothing either. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the hard part. I done seen teachers get their ass whooped because they couldn't say shit to the child. Like it's crazy.
Can
Yeah.
a child have too much structure?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
because that's when they go to college and act a goddamn fool.
Yeah, 'cause once they get that sign of freedom, they out there.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna hit the pavement real hard.
Once they get a sign of
From
freedom,
college.
a little bit
You
of
know,
a little bit of coochie, oh, they're gonna be it.
It's
parents.
over with.
I know that's how it was for me. I ain't gonna hold you.
A little bit of coochie, you done lost your mind after
Once
that.
they let me outside, it was over with.
Little
What?
bit. He got people in the coochie. He lost his mind.
What?
Yeah,
This is
you got a
outside?
whiff of coochie, boy.
This is what's
Well,
outside? Oh, I ain't never going in the house.
hey,
What?
12 kids later.
I ain't never listen. Once a girl got my nose wide open, it was curtains for everything that my mama was trying to teach me as far as not coming home with a baby or I wasn't paying attention to none of that shit. At 12 years old, once you let me outside, oh, it was a wrap. It was ball game. It's too late, mama. I love you, but nah. I was hard headed until she's sitting in that clinic with you, because you done stepped out here and got burnt, and now you know what I'm saying, you gotta figure out how to have this conversation with her after she done told you 1,000,001 times that you ain't ready for this type of life. So
You know
hard
what?
heads make soft asses. Sometimes you
Maybe I
gotta
was different. Maybe I was
Sometimes
different,
you
man.
gotta
Maybe I
throw
was
them
different,
kids
man.
out there. They want to swim so bad. Toss their ass out there with the sharks and see how they do. Because obviously you pre-warning their ass about certain things, and they don't want to hear this shit until they in jail and they got to call that. First person I called when I got locked up was my mama. And you got to hear that speech because she a church-going person. So she gonna come get you. But that I told you so, you gonna hear it. You gonna hear it while you're on the phone calling her. You gonna hear it when she picking you up from the precinct. You gonna hear it on the way home. The whole church gonna hear about it. like you gonna hear it. So I think a lot of times these kids just don't be wanting to hear this. Now I asked y'all, is there such thing as a kid having too much freedom?
Yeah.
Most definitely. Nigga, you ain't bringing no damn babies in my fucking house at damn 14.
Right.
Nigga, hey, I'm be honest. I was one of those kids, man, that I didn't have a lot of structure growing up. You know what I'm saying? I had either you did what I say, get your ass whooped, or you take your ass outside. You know what I'm saying? Like that what it was for me. I grew up kind of like as hard as I'm on my kids, that was not on me. I was the type of kid, we were playing high go get it. We were smashing outside all the time at like 5, 6 years old. We tried to see somebody naked. Like that was what we was doing as kids. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, and I sit back and looked at it like, damn, I wouldn't want my kids to do half the shit we was doing. So I got kind of more structure. What we say?
I said, just playing high go get it, trying to see a titty. Now they just type titty in the search bar.
Yep.
There you go. Like we saying, it was just we was the way I grew up was we just did what the fuck we wanted to do. We could get on our bikes and ride our bikes to the next town. You know what I'm saying?
Because we ain't know no
doing
better.
all that.
Yeah. To us, the shit that we was doing, having fun playing ding doorbell ditch and all that, tag and you know what I'm saying, little harmless shit. These kids for fun think drive-bys and shit is the fun. That's the only way you gonna make it in life. No. It's a lot of people out here. It's a lot of parents out here.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. We was some hood kids. We played a game called Drive By before. That was the craziest.
No, you ain't getting in no car with guns and that's the type of drive-by that's fun to them. But there's a lot of people, there's a lot of kids in jail or that grew up to men who wish they had to listen to their parents, who wish they would have understood and took the lessons that grandma and all them was trying to get them. There's a lot of kids that didn't make it to see 21 because they were hard-headed and jumping in the wrong crowds to be cool. That's what it is too. A lot of these kids,
you know what I don't like? I don't like adults now because you just mentioned bitch, and it was a fun game. People would get annoyed, but they didn't really come down talking to your parents. Now, these people are taking this shit on the Ring camera, humiliating kids, talking down to kids. You got Karen. Like, some of you adults are fucking trash. Like, y'all don't want kids to be kids. Y'all got to sit down and be quiet. No, they don't. So it's like, you want them to be safe with you, but every time I'm around you, or if I do something wrong, you tell my mom or you're trying to punish me. So it's just like, I don't get it. What do you want them to do? Y'all want them to be grown-ass little kids, but then when they too grown, now you want to call them a YN? Like, where's the balance at?
Nah, I don't. You know what? A lot of these kids are grown. A lot of these kids are feeling themselves.
They want to be kids.
And they think the rules don't apply to them.
Well,
They
Well,
think
well, let me say this. When I was growing up playing Ding Dong Ditch, it was really that. We rung the bell and ran, or we did 3 or 4 knocks and we ran. What they doing out here nowadays, they then took it up to like 5D. They
because
coming to your motherfucking door kicking on your shit. Like,
a lot
doom,
of people think they
doom,
trying. A lot of
doom.
people think they being robbed.
Right. I'm gonna say it sounds like somebody's
Y'all gotta
breaking
stop
in.
being so.
Yeah, a
Huh?
lot of time you can't think of a fun game like Ding Dong Ditch when a lot of people, if you banging and kicking at people door. Now I'm thinking
Yeah.
somebody trying to break in my shit.
You know what?
Exactly.
That's a game too. They playing. I seen it. They'll kick people doors in and run. You know
And,
what I'm saying? Like that. It was a case here. There was a case on the news. This young dude got shot. He
get
kicked
shot.
somebody door in and they shot his ass.
Yeah,
Outlet for the kids. Y'all complain about them being in the house too much. They go outside, they do some foolishness. Now y'all want to kill them. I don't know what these
But his
kids
brother.
supposed.
I
Well,
mean, I mean, I'm not gonna.
I'm pretty sure the
Good.
same way our parents told us, don't be ringing people doorbells and doing that. Their parents have told them you can't be kicking on people's doors like you're an intruder. And I'm sure
yeah,
that they are even smart enough to know that. Like I'm talking about like the way that they kick on them doors, you don't know if it's the intruder
First
or
time
the
I ever heard
police
about the
coming
people
in your
doing.
stuff.
It's my
That
first
should
time hearing
happen.
about
That should
it. I
happen.
didn't.
But
I think a lot of
but no, but
times too, though. I think we do need to have more check-ins with our kids, like checking in on their mental, checking in on what's going on with them, take more interest into their lives as opposed to waiting until they get in trouble to then ask what's going on. What you know what I'm saying? Do do it. Check in with your kids, man. Talk to them in advance. Don't just wait till they get in trouble. Then, you try to get an understanding. I think it's cool to have check-ins with them, gatherings with them, take them out, give them that me time. Because what it is for me is I try my best to give them, you know what I'm saying, that one-on-one time because there's so many of them. So I'm the parent. I'm not your friend. I'm not going to be your friend. But you can come talk to me. You can't tell me what's going on. I'd rather you come tell me than you go tell somebody else. Because their advice they might give you might not be the same advice I would give you.
Mhm.
So
but
I'd
but
rather
you
you
also gotta
come
look at
talk
the
to me.
kids. These kids nowadays also live in their own version of what reality is. You know what reality is. You know what I'm saying? I look at the situation with my sons. Me and my oldest son's 19. And
Mm,
when he was younger, he didn't want that one-on-one time with me. He was like, "Look, man, I don't that's not my style. I don't want to do one-on-one. I don't want to do that." But my
yeah,
youngest son was the one who I did the interview with. He was like, "Yeah, I want to go to them. Let's do it."
yep,
So it's the way they see the world. You know what I'm saying? Like at one point in time, being a father was like being a dad. Like having a dad is like the most lamest shit you could have. Like that was one thing that people wanted to brag. Like, nigga, I grew up with my daddy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just how the way the world they see the world that mess up a lot of things too. But the
yeah.
question I got is when do you let them sit? When do you sit back and let them learn from life?
Um,
I think life
I
gonna
think,
teach you more than you can ever say.
yeah. I haven't had the opportunity to let them learn that yet because, well, my oldest got to college and it was a whole different world for him. He wasn't around uh people partying and you know what I'm saying? He was a secluded kid. So now he's seeing college life for what it is, and it has him more focused to keep doing what he's doing. He'd rather be in the dorm room. He doesn't want to be in the parties and things like that. I had to bribe this man really literally to go on prom, his senior year in high school. You know what I'm saying? He just wasn't interested. He wasn't interested in prom. He wasn't
But
interested in homecoming.
everybody's not
Huh?
like that. You got to parent the kid
Yeah.
that
Yeah, he wasn't interested in it. He and as a parent, you can appreciate, I know you ain't out here having sex. I know you ain't doing drugs. I know you ain't drinking. I know you ain't being peer pressured. But a part of me is like, yo, I still want you to have fun. You don't have to do these things. But then I had to think in my mind, my interpretation of fun don't have to be his. If he find his fun sitting in the crib, reading on his video games, on his phone, whatever, then that's his interpretation of fun. I can't push what I want or what I feel onto him. And I think that's another thing that we do. We try to push our goals and dreams and things that we didn't accomplish as a kid onto our kids. And that applies more pressure to them because now they feel like they got to follow in your footsteps. They got to go the way that you want them to go. Otherwise, you won't love them. And
I get that because Legend is not a sporty. He's not no sports kid. That's not our thing. So he was like, everybody think it's weird that I cook because he goes to cooking school. But I have to, as his parent, introduce him to different things because it's more to life than just football and basketball. And I think parents, we have to get creative because we're doing something cool this summer too. We're doing our cooking, we're doing space, and we're doing science camp. So you, as a parent, have to introduce some things to figure out what their interests are because sometimes you don't know what you like because you've never been exposed to different things to like them. So that's what I challenge you to do with him, Smash, is just ask him different things, introduce him to different things. And that might be where science is fun at because I never thought as a kid cooking would be fun, but he loves that shit.
Yeah. And a lot of times we just gotta take interest in what our kids like.
I'm gonna be honest about something, man. I think that sometimes as parents, we need to be we need to live in reality. Let's be real.
Yeah.
We need to be real a little bit. Because I remember like you said, Smash, you like, man, I don't want your kid, I don't want my kid out here having sex, man. My kid out here wilding out, all this other shit. But then you gotta think about it. That's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. That shit can't happen. And I remember I talked to my sons about it when they was younger. And I was like, we come to the top of the sex. You know what I'm saying? I told them, I said, yo, I had sex before I even started high school. And I understand what was going on with me. And I told both of us, my goal in life is I want y'all to wait until y'all get to high school at least. Wait till y'all get to high school. My son got a kid now, that's a whole nother story. But I said, I wanted you to wait till you get to high school. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, at least wait to that. I said, yo, because don't be no rush because shit gonna get real. And it's not.
Nah, man.
I had to really sit there.
When that shit really sit there and tell him.
I had to sit there and tell him. I'm like, yo, like that shit's fun at the beginning, but after a while, that shit can get played out very quick.
So you have a time of your life, especially when it's your first time experiencing it. You having the time of your life, but then them consequences come in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Making the baby is fun. It's exciting. You having the thrill of your life. But then when that baby get here, it's a whole different.
Not even just a baby. Not even just a baby. I told him the good and bad. I told him, this gonna feel good. You gonna like this. You gonna enjoy that. At the same time, I'm like, yo, but there's diseases out there. That's gonna happen. I mean, you get itching. That's gonna happen. Chlamydia, that happened. This happened. Like this is what science. This gonna look like. This is what that's gonna look like. Because at the end of the day, it's a possibility. And let's be honest with y'all. These kids are fucking out of both pants. Like they're out here only fanning it up.
Man, they rough.
So
they rough.
Disturbing. Little girls talking about they eating ass. I said, ew. The biggest fear of life I had growing up was sucking penis. I said, I ain't do that till I was damn married. Y'all just eating ass. Ass. Why is that attractive, ma'am?
Because social media and people like Sexy Red have made that attractive.
That's
right. I mean, these kids are literally choking each other, spitting in each other's mouth, like all this shit, like sucking toes, like they tell, and they would brag about that shit public, like 14, 15 years old saying that shit.
This is crazy.
Go through them kids' phones. You're gonna learn a lot of shit in them text messages and group chats.
These kids out here pissing on motherfuckers, man. They talk up.
I told somebody one time, yo, these kids, I remember one time they had an Instagram page that was exposing each other. And it was like a they called it like a T not TMZ, what's the other motherfucker? Anyway, it was like a exposed page where it was like only the people in the middle school. They had one for middle school and one for high school. And they'll put on like when people were sending each other news and shit, it was naked chicks on there, naked dudes on there, people having sex tapes on there. It was out there at one point in time. And then I was like, I said, these are kids. And they were like, no,
Yeah.
it ain't mine. No,
I think a lot of times too, though, and I gotta say this before we jump, sparing the rod is something that is a lost art too now. Because I'm not big on beating the hell out of your kids, but I am big on whooping their ass. Straight
Yeah,
up.
you need to whoop them, and they starting out here so young. But I promise you, some of these parents, they just you can't tell them nothing. My son, the 18-year-old, when he was in 8th grade, he had an incident where he skipped classes. Him and his best friend and two girls, they found them upstairs on the 3rd floor in a computer room that the room don't even get used. But okay. So I go up to the
Mm.
school, I get on my snap, I do all that, whatever. We on the way home. I go through his phone. I'm reading a group chat messages between him, his best friend, and two girls, and then I'm reading the private message between him and the girl that he like. The girl he like, she steady telling him, yeah, school finna be out. You gonna meet me to smoke that blunt. Stop acting like you don't want to get fucked. Woo, woo, woo. And it's just how she talking to him. Like, stop acting like you don't want to get fucked. And he talking shit with her. He like, yeah, I told you I ain't never did it before, but I'm ready. I'm gonna take you down. And he talking, she talking shit too. Okay, now the stuff that she was saying, I ain't saying that he wasn't talking crazy, but she was talking like she been like she know what the fuck going on, because she telling him about how she finna coach him and get him sprung, and then gonna send him to high school acting like a bitch, like she just going off. So I
damn,
called her. No, I didn't call her mom. When I went to school the next day, I told the principal, I said, if you could pass this number on to the little girl's mom and have her call me, I just want to tell her some things that I seen in my son's phone. The lady
Mm.
called me and I say, hey, I say, your daughter, I say, obviously she been linking up with my son. She talked about how she jumped out her auntie window when she was at the auntie house. The auntie couldn't hold her down, all this and that. I said she talking real sexual. I say, so I'm definitely gonna do my part to keep my son, situated on this end. I say, but they was going off, and I sent her a couple of screenshots and shit. That motherfucker told me, you know what? Don't worry about my daughter. Just worry about your motherfucking son. You can't watch my daughter pussy and yours. I said, you know what, bitch, you right.
God
You are
damn.
absolutely, I say, you are absolutely
It is her rats and
motherfucking.
raising these little baby
I
rats.
look,
So
I told her, I say, you are absolutely right. I say, so when your daughter out here getting fucked, yeah, you right. You absolutely right. You are and not just, I was so appalled because I'm telling my son, I'm like, the way you talking to her, you 14. I'm like, would you want somebody talking to your sisters like this when they get this age? I say, I'm telling him the stuff that you saying to her, I say it's so low down, it's so disrespectful. Y'all talking like y'all adults that met at the club and had 2 Long Islands or something. I'm like, and I'm telling him he wrong. And I just wanted to share with the mom. I wasn't trying to tell her how to discipline her child or nothing. I'm just telling her, like, hey, this is what I seen. And that bitch went off on me.
Damn.
Yeah,
This
some
shit's
parents
funny.
just don't want to hear
Yeah.
it.
Man, the crazy shit
They
the
just
crazy the most embarrassing shit my son ever had was a girl's mom call my wife and tell her the shit that he was texting her daughter. And we had to go back and read them. Yo, swear to God, the shit was amazing. But we had to go back and read. I had to go back and read the damn Snapchat message because
Mm.
sometimes that shit don't disappear. And I was like,
Yeah.
this little nigga's really out here wilding. Like this little nigga.
Yeah.
But I remember he broke down like, the fact that he knew that we knew this shit.
Uh-huh.
It broke his damn heart, boy. That boy was balling. I was like, yeah. He was 12 years old at the time. And I was like, what the hell is y'all, what the fuck is y'all doing? I thought,
Yeah.
about, man, they
but
were
they
saying some
open
wrong, crazy about
everything. Of course, these kids gonna be curious, but Jesus Christ.
I mean, nah, these kids, they more than cute. They talking like they didn't been down the block or something.
You got to think about it, though. They access to porn is way easier than it was when we was young.
hey man, we had the squiggly lines where we hope we'll see a titty. Or we
And smash. That's why me and your ass wearing glasses now, nigga. We can't see shit. Because we looking at them damn green titties. That's our problem.
Now you
Facts.
know what? Now I'm gonna say this. Now you know what? Now I'm gonna say this. I think the access to the porn is probably about the same because I feel like when I was coming up, like you know, uncles and everybody, there was Playboy books, and you knew where they was hid at. You knew where the big black X videos was hid at between the mattress and all that shit. So I think the porn is about equivalent. I feel like
No,
when I was growing up. I feel
no,
like when I was growing up, a lot of
no,
kids were my
No,
age.
no, porn was a lot harder to
no.
find
I don't
back
think
then.
so. I really don't.
No,
I really
hold on,
don't.
hold on.
I don't know. That's
But you
my
gotta think
opinion.
about
I
it,
really
Renee.
don't think so.
But listen, Renee. Think about it. We had one movie we can watch. They had millions of videos they can watch. You get what I'm saying? To you?
You
All I can do is watch this mother. All I can do is watch this goddamn tape and rewind that bitch back to my favorite part. Bitch, you have to go. I can if I don't like this shit now, I can go to another website to see the same shit
Yep,
or in a different flavor. You
yep.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
We like that's the difference. I mean, we had magazines, just we had the tapes and shit back in the day or DVDs.
pick
But the
your
thing
flavor,
is, you got to think about
Puerto Ricans.
when you don't say, I don't like the ebony. I can go to the damn Asian. Let me go from the Asians over here to the white girl. Like it's more flavors. It's more flavors nowadays. You
It's more
Hell yeah.
flavor.
All right,
Yeah, yeah.
y'all. Check it out.
She didn't
Let everybody
premium.
know who y'all is, what y'all got going on, man. Any last words of advice or whatever you want to put out here in the atmosphere? I'm gonna start with
Well,
Miss CL.
I was in a bad chemical accident. I ain't had no eyebrows, and I lost a lot of my dreads. But my eyebrows is back now. Well, most
Yeah.
of them. My
Okay.
edges is back too. My skin
Okay.
is
Still fine.
still dry, but I'm bouncing back. So I'll be back doing shows this next couple months. I feel a little bit better about myself. I don't feel like I look like a naked mole rat or Whoopi Goldberg. But we better. We better now.
Okay. Renee, what up?
Hey y'all. Nothing much on my end. I'm still working on bringing out my podcast, Cocktails, Chaos, and Conversation. Hopefully, I would like for it to drop on Tuesday, July 28th. That's the date I'm shooting for. So, I'll keep everybody updated with that.
Eric G, what up?
Hey y'all, man, check out my podcast, Random Thoughts with Eric G, on all platforms. Should have a new episode coming up in another week or two. I'm currently in season 8, and yo, big things coming, man. Hey, yo, me and Smash got this big show coming up in about another month or so. Can't wait for that. So, it's just going down.
And y'all go support my man's man, cause he was on here acting like he was finna turn into the evil podcaster earlier, man. So you know, he said, "Fuck it." He want to start
Hey,
a
hey,
podcast beef
let me
with
say this shit.
somebody.
Hey, let me say this shit real quick. I did that shit as a promo, and I didn't think people gonna be like taking that shit serious. Yo, people were like, "Eric, it's gonna be okay."
Damn.
Uh,
When Smash send me a mic, I'll come back to podcasting because he made me spend too much damn money this last year. So
I
he need to
love you.
figure it.
We besties. You
No,
and me must. All right, man. I'll probably be back on here live tomorrow. I ain't doing shit. This be the time where I'm finna get rid of kids, and I can't be more excited for that. A kid free smash is a happy smash. God damn it. Shit.
how can you be kid with 9 kids?
Because I'm sending
I
them
was
all
gonna
Crazy,
say
today.
man.
something to my status the other day. I noticed that one of your kids have a birthday every damn day. I swear to God, I said, what birthday? I'm like, he had a baby every month. Like now you gotta have like 3 more kids so you can have just 12 fucking calendar kid birthdays. But
I'm
I
trying
love
to
all
tell listen, I'm trying to tell you this is my gap year with kids. You know how when people get out of high school, they want to take a gap year. This is my gap year. I'm sending kids to their mamas, and it's the reverse. The kids got sent to the store and never came back home.
Damn.
Damn.
Straight up.
I don't like spending that much money. You got it.
Okay.
Shit. Y'all go. Y'all enjoy. But all right, man, I appreciate y'all, man. You know I love y'all, man. I'll catch y'all later. We out. I see y'all when I see y'all.
All right.
Be safe, awesome, and great. We out. Peace.